next, Rossi?
Well, we've got a fascinating interview technique you may not have heard of. MSN Money reports famous inventor Thomas Edison. Heard of him? Well, he loved to start every interview with something that surprised me. He started interviews with soup, Drew. Yeah, he conducted his interviews at lunch, and he ordered soups for everybody at the table, and then he'd watch to see what you did. And specifically, if you salted your soup before or after you tasted it, because if the person salted it before tasting it, they were out. Edison didn't want people who acted on assumptions. He wanted people who were thoughtful and willing to investigate. And I know as a cook, well, I cook every day, and when I make something for someone and they salt it or put hot sauce on it, I'm like, how dare you? Do you understand? I made this dish for you. It's perfect in my eyes. At least give me the respect of trying it before you season it. Can I get an amen?
Yeah, Pilar and I always, if I have to like salt anything Pilar and I made, I feel like I'm, going to hell. Or as my daughter says, HE double hockey sticks.
Cute.
This story really does it for me. And I'll tell you why. Because the great minds of our world, time, history, I am fascinated to know, how did they become who they are? So any little tidbit or morsel of information into the mind of Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
Hello, I mean, this room could be pitch black if he hadn't literally invented the light bulb.
Hey, Thomas, thanks for great lighting. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And what I loved about this is when I was finding out about it, they teased me. They said, okay, he made everybody eat soup when he initially met them. Why do you think? And I was like, to see if they're a slurper? I don't know. I didn't know. And learning that he wanted to find out the trajectory of one's behavior by, I don't even want to try this before I assume, was deductive reasoning for him to decide whether to join forces with that person or not. Fascinating.
Are you going to try this?
Well, I do usually try it because I work with Pilar. We're cooking all the time. And I think it is really rude and embarrassing to salt your food in front of people who made it. Like, I have to really be desperate for it because I know I'm saying directly to them, sorry, it wasn't seasoned perfectly. What's weird is I have certain times of the year where I can't handle salt. And I'm like, it's too salty. And there's like not salt in it. So I don't know if that's a hormonal thing or not, but I am sensitive about people who cook and salting.
You know what I'm sensitive about? Don't order me soup. I want the salad. How dare you? Like, what is the soup today? Can we have that conversation first?
Well, finally, we have a pick from Drew's little yellow book.
Oh,
yes,
yay.
That's right. It is my personal curation that I work with everyone on the show with, because I think that if I was a professional curator, I would be happy. Yeah. So we refresh it every single week. We're very thoughtful about it. We do all the picks ourselves. And this week, I'm excited because I did a social post about this, and it just brings me to Nostalgia City. I'd just seen Spider-Man, and has anyone seen Spider-Man here?
I hear it's so great.
It is so good, and it is about the power of three, and which takes me back to the best time a girl could ever have, and that was being one of three with the Charlie's Angels. So Flower Beauty made this Flower Beauty X Charlie's Angels palette, which is now available exclusively with our beauty partners at CVS, and you can get it on flowerbeauty.com. And it looks like a DVD, and there's all these treats with it. And the colors are like angel's eyes, starfish, which is what Tom Green called me in the movie. I liked it so much I married him. Speaking of, there's the Chad, Dylan, Good Morning Angels, Independent Women.
Hey.
Because I will never forget being in the trailer, and we heard the demo from Destiny's Child come in.
I just heard that song the other day, and I was like, Drew, that's you. You get a shout out on that song. Does that
Lucy Liu with my girl Drew, Cameron D, and Destiny, Charlie's Angels, come on. And they were three women.
Yes, they were.
I mean, being in, your early 20s and trying to produce a Charlie's Angels movie and hear Destiny's Child songs coming in, it was the best time.
That's so amazing.
In the world.
Was it?
It really was. It was, we spent 5 years making 2 of those movies. They each took 2 years to make. We trained, we toured the world, we became best friends. You know, it was us 3 girls, and there is something about that trinity, that trio, that triangle that's unshakable. And yeah, so this feels very meaningful for me to be a part of and put out in the world right now. So if you want to get in touch with your inner little superhero, go to CVS or the Flower Beauty website and get your Flower Beauty X Charlie's Angels palette.